Jai Shrimad Narayan, Jai Shrimad Narayan, Jai Shrimad Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. And when we analyze the viewership of this discourse, ultimately, then it's in the range of 1 million people around the world from every continent. I'm sure that's going to increase. And there has been a great interest in the Bhagavad Gita from around the world. Did you all see those two people on the American? They climbed the tower, Empire State Building. Why did they climb it? Hmm? What was the message on the Empire State Building? Power and not the love of power. You think it's a responsible? You think we need the power of love more than the love of power? And that is what the Bhagavad Gita teaches throughout. The Bhagavad Gita's teaching is for the power of love than the power of power. So we are on chapter 2, and I note with great pleasure that the spiritual revolution that was started here at Sri Narayan Dham in October 2025 in terms of the Bhagavad Gita has inspired institutions from around the world in their own way to start promoting and discussing the Bhagavad Gita. I was also very proud and shared some posts to see Chinna Jayar Swami doing specific teachings on the Bhagavad Gita, and he is one of the most senior gurus in the Sri Sampradaya. And it gives us a huge surge of energy to continue this spiritual revolution. And in a few years' time, the Bhagavad Gita will be part and parcel of every household around the world, irrespective of religion. Bhagavad Gita has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with religion. Absolutely nothing. Jessica, Bhagavad Gita has nothing to do with religion. So we don't have to swear on the Bhagavad Gita when we take in an oath. Alright? Because it's not a religious text. It's a scientific text. 700 verses on the absolute science of humanity and the universe. So just remember, right now, as you are seated there, there's a version of you that's married with a few children. Alright? There's another version of you that is drunk somewhere. There are many versions of you. It just depends which version you connect. Right now, you chose to connect to this Nira. You'll have a Nirali in Suddha Sattva, you'll have a Nirali in Satagun, you'll have a Nirali in Tamogun, and you'll have a Nirali in Rajogun. Then you'll have a Nirali in Satagun and Rajagun mixture. Then you'll have a Nirali in Rajogun and Tamogun mixture. How many Niralis? There is 6 versions of you every day. Whichever version you choose, that's a version will be displayed. Okay? So if you want to stay as you are for the rest of your life, or you can change to Acharya Ji. You can change to Acharya Ji's teaching. Those of you who are closest to my teachings, yours version have changed. Like Shravan, he chose this version. Shravan, he was in another version. All his gurus ran away from this country. He was in that version. Yes? Then he decided, Malin is just not sitting there in character, in everything. Shravan told me the character of the girl is going to get married to. And Malin fitted that category, that profile. Shravan told me this, I think 1.5 years ago. Shravan, you understand? So Shravan was in that version where his gurus were illegal immigrants. Then this version was existing. This version was existing, and there's another 4 versions that is still existing. All these versions are there in the universe. All these Shavans are flying around. It's which Shavan you want to become. So Shavan chose you want to be a married Shavan with a child. And that Shavan is visualized. Do you understand? All this is part of quantum physics and quantum mechanics. They are showing you can exist at various dimensions. There's only the present. There's only the present, and time is cyclic. Time is not linear. But for you to see each version of your day, then time becomes linear. If you understand the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavad Gita is a road map of which version that you want to be. So your script is written with many versions. And don't blame anyone for the version you are in today, because that character you are playing. Unlike a movie, when the movie ends, the character you are playing today don't have to be the same character when your life ends. You can change characters along the way. You understand? So if you want to be in Tamogun, if you want to be in Rajogun, if you want to be in Satagun, right? That's 3. Then when you mix up 2 and 2, that's 5. Your karma gives you a fixed character, but every day you can change it by moving from the dimensions of your karma. Remember, you wrote the script. You wrote the script, God gave you the movie. This movie is written by Nirali, directed by Nirali, produced by Nirali, and acted by Nirali. She has done, but God has given a concession. Although you wrote this movie, you can play 5 characters. You can play 5 characters. Most of you are playing 3 or 4 characters. That is, Tuesdays and Sundays you're in Satagun. So 2 days a week you play Satagun. Same like Malin. Malin is also Tuesday and Sunday. All right. Abir was 7 days a week, Tamogun and Rajogun. Now he shifted to Satagun in eating. So every gun is in everything you do. You can be Satagun in eating and Tamogun in drinking. But if you're drinking the wrong thing and eating the right thing, your eating is in Satagun, your drinking is in Tama. You understand? Then your eating is in Satagun, but you are jealous of your neighbor and you hate his BMW. Then you are in, your eating is in Satagun, your thinking is in Rajogun and Tamogun. Is that not the human behavior? Is that not how we behave? So that natural fluctuation is as per your karma. Your karma said you must eat in Satagun and drink in Tamogun and think in Rajogun. That's how your karma is calibrated. That is why Sanatana Dharma is the greatest mathematics can be found in Sanatana Dharma. The other Ramanuja, you heard of the mathematician Ramanuja, he has calculated solutions in maths still not yet discovered by modern science. Do you know that? He calculated black holes when people didn't even know what was a black hole theory. You understand? And what did he say when he was questioned how you got this maths? What did he say? Dana? And I went to that Ramanujan by mistake. So when we went to South India and we were in a particular place and I wanted to see all the temples of Ramanuj Acharya, the taxi driver, he took me to Ramanujan, the mathematician. Well, I was in India. I was in India. I went to this great mathematician. And I want to tell you something about this same taxi driver. When he dropped us off at the hotel, he said, now all your temple visits are over. We went quite a few places all day. He said, you want whiskey and woman? Nobody heard. Taxi driver asked me, now you finish visit all the temples. Do you want whiskey and women? I can make a plan. But then I don't know whether you did the trip before me. So I want you to, this is why I said Sanatan Dharma can take down material science hands down anytime. Sanatan Dharma can take down material scientists hands down anytime. If Ramanujan, the mathematician, stated that mathematics flowed in his head from Mother Saraswati, and we say Mother Saraswati is the head of department of knowledge. Is that not the truth? Because scientists will accept the maths. Scientists will accept the maths. The source of that maths materially is Ramanujan. Yes or no? When they asked him, how did you attain this maths? Then he said it flowed like a river through Mother Saraswati. If you accept his maths, then you have to accept that Mother Saraswati is the head of Department of Knowledge. I'm saying the scientist. Because you can't accept his maths and you don't want to accept the source of his maths. Is that a logical argument? So Ramanujan has proven Sanatan Dharma as absolute, has he not? Through his mathematics that was revealed to him and proven by mathematician and scientist. By them proving all his theories, they prove Sanatan Dharma to be absolute. So as we given these discourses around the world, and this is why I said our viewership is now 1 million, without any fear, we are saying Sanatan Dharma is absolute, and everything revealed in the Vedas is absolute, and the Vedas is the constitution for this universe. We are re-establishing this truth which was always there. We are re-establishing this truth which was always there. So we're not going to ever shy away when it comes to Sanatan Dharma. We don't have to bring the Bible and find similarities in the Vedas. We don't have to bring the Quran and find similarities in the Vedas. We don't have to bring any religious scriptural text to see whether the Vedas interfaces with it. Do you understand? We have to take the full authority of the Vedas. These religious leaders need to see where it interfaces with the Vedas. We can't say all religion is the same. Many Hindus are saying around the world all religion is the same. Is all religion the same? Then why must we say we accept all religion because they are the same? What should we be saying? We accept all religion. Full stop. We accept all religion. Full. Why do we accept all religion, Hirali? Why? Because the Creator said, in whichever way you worship me, I will make you steadfast in that way. So the Creator does not mind in which way you worship Him. I'm using the word Creator, that means He was the primal entity, the very first entity to say. We will go there in the Bhagavad Gita. There is a verse in which He says, in whichever way or form you worship me, I will make you steadfast in that way. So as you're going up my driveway, Nirali, you can tell your father, stop, take one rock, put it in your car, take it home, make one shrine, and say, Creator, you are this rock. Acharya ji disgraces me too much in my satsang. I get up 2 hours early to wash up for this satsang. In my own house, I don't have to wash up. I can just go there, and because you're a rock, you won't tell me anything. And you think God will listen to you, Nira? If you are devoted to that rock, then through the rock, because He said, in whichever way or form you wish to worship me, I will make your worship steadfast in that. Religion falls in that category. Don't take religion and mix it in Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is the whole constitution. Religion is just one verse of the Vedas. Religion is only one verse of 545,000 verses in the Vedas. Religion is one verse. You can't take that religion and say, in Hinduism, we believe all religion is the same. That is why we don't convert you. You didn't hear these stories. So I want to rectify it. Sanatana Dharma is not the same as any religion. It can't be. Sanatana Dharma is the library of the functioning of the universe. It is the cosmic law and constitution of this entire universe. Religion only talks on the subject matter religion. Sanatana Dharma talks on politics. Sanatana Dharma tells you from the minute a sperm reaches the womb of a woman, the entire process until the baby is born. Yesterday, doctors started scanning. That is Sanatana Dharma. Every subject that exists in this universe have to be found in the Vedas. Artificial intelligence is in the Vedas from a long, long time ago. Man just put it together yesterday. The formula for artificial intelligence, Nirali is surprised. She thought she was one step ahead of Sanatan Dharma through AI. Sorry, Nirali. That formula that they use to construct AI has been found in the Vedas a long, long time ago through Vedic sages. So you have two types of scientists. You have the Vedic sages, they are absolute scientists, and then you have the material scientists, they are scientists of today. Their knowledge of today can be kicked out by their colleagues tomorrow. Same line, through their own sampradaya, their knowledge can change after every 10 years, 20 years, 100 years, yes? Yes? But the knowledge of the sages can never change, they are eternal. Knowledge of the sages are eternal. So an intelligent person, an intelligent human being, will take the knowledge of the sages and take the knowledge of material science and see where they want to be in their life in terms of these two sciences. In terms of these two sciences. So you need to do some research when you're doing nothing instead of watching soapies. Research quantum mechanics, research double slit experiment, research how photons behave, research how electrons behave, research how particles behave, research how waves behave. You know, all that will help you because all of that is in the Vedas. The string theory has been in the Vedas. It's in the Rig Veda. The string theory is in the Rig Veda. All right? So be proud of the culture that you are in. I'm teaching you the highest truth. And what are you doing about it? I haven't seen any devotee of this ashram ever make a post on what they're learning, what their discourses are, anything good. But I watch ISKCON's devotees, there's 20, 30 of them on a daily basis writing fake stories from a fake guru. And you all got the absolute truth. The absolute truth. I have taught you so many things. And I send you a hint. Every now and again, I send you a hint. My Guruji, first and foremost. You don't even like that. You don't even like it. You don't even comment on it. You, who's receiving the highest truth, all of you, what time you take to take this truth in your own words and convert it. You know how Sai Baba got famous around the world? Because people took their experience. They wrote books about it. They wrote books about it. They published it. They didn't have social media. Things are so easy for you. You tell me once a week, every one of you can't do a 4-paragraph story on what the Guru taught you. And you don't have to research because everything is on my YouTube. Everything is on my YouTube. What are you showing from your side that you all are so close to God? And I taught you who God is. What are you showing from? What gratitude have you got from your side that the Guru has shown you so much? What's your gratitude? Are you all in stream? Are you all in line? Or when you leave these gates, ashram is forgotten until you'll come back to the gates next week, Sunday. Anyone who write good things about me or this ashram or my teachings, when I'm dead, I'm going to haunt you. I'm going to, how it's going to help me when I'm dead, Trisha? Then Trisha will come here, but then even Lata won't be, she'll be a YouTube. Her songs will be gone viral. Then she'll come down here where she bows and cry, hey, Guru, where you are? And Trisha is a good writer. Are you not, Trisha? She can write in many ways. And then she'll go home and she'll start writing to me. Then I'll be wanting you, Trisha. One tight smack here. All of a sudden you fell off the bed. And Trisha, all those things will happen. You must satisfy the Guru in his lifetime. See, I never had a Guru in my life. But he is the most satisfied Guru in the world. He is the most satisfied Guru in this world. Ajit, when you came here today, what you saw me do? He is the most satisfying Guru in the world, Guruji, because I keep feeding him every day with love. My Guru is the most satisfied Guru. And what you all do? What do you all do? So from today, in a week, one post by each one of you about the absolute truth. It must be your consciousness in that post. All these people watching me on TikTok, YouTube, they're tired of listening from the Guru because I'm selling my own brand. They want to see the satisfaction of it. When you used to eat your Kentucky, Colonel Saunders said, Kentucky is the best. Would you believe him or the guy on the table? You ask him, hey, how's the chicken thighs? Huh? The guy that's actually eating, you want to get his opinion, isn't it? Colonel Saunders finished established. Similarly, this knowledge need to enter the world market. Need to enter the world market. You need to save the world. The world is blind today, are they not? Hmm? Criminals are running the world. What you're watching here at the Madlanga Commission here in South Africa, all governments around the world is the same. Criminal syndicates are running the world. How are you going to save them? We're supposed to be paying 5 rand a liter for oil. The crooks are eating that 20 rand, that extra we paid is going to criminal syndicates. You're supposed to be paying 3 or 4 rand for a loaf of bread. You're supposed to be paying 3 or 4 or 5 rand for a liter of milk. Crooks are taking our money at every level. Because you are allowing them to do that, Merali. But you don't do a post every week on the absolute truth. Merali, I want you to get Busi Musi Cat Matlala's number and tag him on your post because he's going to spend about 15 years in jail. When he comes out, he can become a disciple of this ashram. How does he know there's a certain truth that exists there that gives you a feeling greater than stealing? Nirali? Because of you. Nirali is here with me for how many years? 2014, how many years? 12 years. If she was diligently doing a post for 12 years, even General Khan wouldn't have had to shoot himself last week. Have you all watched the Madlanga Commission? Hmm? Have you all seen the honest people and the crooks there? Have you all seen sections, chapter 16 of the Bhagavad Gita playing itself out? Hmm? Soon as a witness tells a lie, what he does, Nirali? After every lie, one liar even got, I won't use the word tissue, toilet paper stuck on his head. Is that not the entire Vedas playing out? You won't find this in religion. Religion don't have this. So don't say all religion is the same. Don't say I accept Hindus don't convert because all religion is the same. It's the biggest lie that's been peddled. Even those gurus who say all religions are the same, we say worship your, respect, worship your own, respect all religions are not the same. If all religion was the same, you think the Jews and the Christians would have been fighting, the Christians and the Muslims would be fighting, the Muslims and the Jews would be fighting. They got one grandfather. There's so much of problem in the Abrahamic religion, is it not? Are they not at each other's throat every day? Israel and Palestine, same grandfather. Nana is the same. What Chanel will think when you say Aja and Nana? Well, she won't say Nana, she'll say Tata. Uh, can all religions be the same if we have Israel and Palestine constantly at each other's throat? Same grandfather, two sons killing each other. So all religions are not there, even if they are born from the same. What you must do to the grandfather if he taught you wrong is there in the Bhagavad chapter verse 4. Let's see. We are on chapter 2, verse 4 today. Arjuna says, how can I, O slayer of foes, aim arrows in a battle against Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of reverence? Who is Bhishma? The grand uncle of both the Kauravas and the Pandavas. Well, I don't know if your younger generation women do this, but I know in my time, my mother's and my grandmother in that time, she used to say, Nirali, I take an oath, I'll sort you out. I'll never do this. Malin, your mother used to say that? I'll take an oath. Malin marry a bredo, I'll kick her out of the house. Malin, your mother ever took an oath like that? Silence. Let's see if an honorable person takes an oath, how detrimental that oath can be. If a righteous person takes an oath, how detrimental that oath can be. Devashka took many oaths. Devashka, no matter how righteous you are, leave your oaths open. Leave your oaths open. Because once you make a commitment, if you are righteous, then you're going to go through. An unrighteous person's oath changes with the situation maybe 100 times a day. And really, an unrighteous person's oath change as they move in around. Unrighteous person will say, hey, I've taken oath, I'll never drink a beer. Then when he's sitting and drinking the beer, he'll change his oath. Hey, I've taken oath, I won't have hot stuff. And then when he had too many beers, he goes on to the hot stuff. Then he say, I'll take a note, this is my last one from tomorrow I'm not taking. Wasn't? That's when an unrighteous person takes an oath. But Bhishma was a righteous person who took an oath. When a righteous person takes an oath, can he break his oath? And that is what happened to Bhishma. Bhishma took an oath that he will be the lawyer of Hastinapura. Doesn't matter who the ruler is. So when Kurukshetra happened, who was the ruler of Hastinapura? A righteous person, his righteous nephew, or his unrighteous nephew? His unrighteous nephew was the ruler of Hastinapura, which is Delhi, and I think they're going to change, I don't know. But if an unrighteous person is the ruler and a righteous person took the oath, he's going to protect that ruler, he can't break his oath because he is righteous. But he's backing an unrighteous person. So what is oath supposed to be? His oath was supposed to be, I'll be loyal to the leader of Hastinapura provided he is righteous. Then he would not have broken his oath. Do you understand? So, Nirali, when you take in an oath, look at all angles. Look at all angles. And this is why Arjuna is asking how can he take an arrow against his grand uncle, who was also his teacher of righteousness, and killed his uncle. Any one of you have uncles who are loyal to unloyal people? Any uncles left who are loyal to unloyal? Nirali, you know how many satsangs you didn't come, but you came to this satsang. So I can arm you. You can take the arrow against him. Nirali. You can take this, but don't take a physical arrow. Nirali's eyes are daggers. And Nirali, shoot through your eyes, not even your mouth. And Nirali's mouth can unleash arrows faster than Arjuna. And they said Arjuna was the greatest archer. They never met Nirali. Nirali came 5,000 years later. All right. Navin, you agree? Yeah. Who was Drona? He was one of the best military acharyas in the world. One of the best military acharyas in the world. Who was he employed by? Duryodhana. You have to be loyal to your boss, isn't it? Who pays you? You have to be loyal to the person who pays you. Look at how deep this goes and tell me which human does not go through these emotions, especially Ashmika. Once upon a time, a guru was a boss too. You can see the Bhagavad Gita playing out right here between guru and disciple. Chapter 2, verse 4. Bhagavad Gita is everywhere, in everything, in every action, in every reaction. Bhagavad Gita, the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, is the essence of humanity. Teaching of the Bhagavad Gita is the essence of humanity. Must we be afraid just to tell this to the world? Must you be afraid of a bona fide constitution? Must you be afraid of bona fide knowledge? Must you be afraid of Mervyn Naidu? You can see if we take all the Vedas and place it on his head, he'll become an atom. Yes or no? So who Drona was? He was employed by Duryodhana, but he taught both the Kauravas and the Pandavas. He was the military Acharya of both sides. Military Acharya of both sides, but he had to choose. His loyalty was to who paid him. Asmita, if you have a boss who's a rogue, must you defend him? Okay. Sometimes Ashmika's boss listens to this live. If your boss is unrighteous, notwithstanding the fact that he pays you, if there is a point in your life you have to show his unrighteousness, then you must choose righteousness over the loyalty of faith. Is it a good? As soon as the ANC became corrupt, They could not get exposed because everyone underneath them was loyal to the superiors. This is why the Madlanga Commission is unraveling so much of corruption, because your loyalty to your boss, and then you became a boss, and the whole chain was a loyalty to corruption. Yes or no? And those that were not corrupt, the voices were too small to overcome. Well, we always thank our late brother and friend, Comrade Terra Lakota. He stood out. He stood out. And we always need to remember him and give him compliments. All right? Because he stood out. He knew he was not going to be the president of South Africa through coke. He's an intelligent person. He knew coke will be swallowed up with thugs. He knew all of these things. But he still got up and exposed. It's the getting up that counts, Mirali, not the result. It's the getting up against unrighteousness that counts. And Arjuna was perplexed because Drona was his military guru, Bhishma was his spiritual guru, taught him righteousness. How was he to kill them? How was he to kill them? Are we not always in this dilemma all the time? Nidale? But only we don't have to kill. We have to terminate relationships. That killing on Kurukshetra, yeah, today in modern society, Nirali, don't go kill your family members. I won't be able to do my magic and take you out of Westworld. All right? Unless you kill them there, maybe in Chatsworth jurisdiction, we can pull a few, few strings here and there. If you kill them in Phoenix, I can. You know, there's a famous say, please pray for me. All right? Asmika, didn't that boy teach you auto tap? Oh, what's the dilemma that Arjuna is facing? Two righteous people that he have to fight because they are on an unrighteous path. So it does not matter what your personal character is. When you are classified in righteousness as determined by God and unrighteousness as determined by God, then your personal character does not. If you have been righteous, you've been doing the righteous, but you are defending the unrighteous, you need to go. You need to. Do we have family members? I'm always starting from family that go to temple, that pray, that fast every Tuesdays, that fast every Thursdays. Some of them get trance, they climb the bamboo pole. They may seem to be doing righteous, they may, but their overall conduct, are they on the righteous path? So you need to severe When the Kurukshetra say kill, yeah, individually in 2021 we need to sever that relationship, because that contaminated relationship hinders your progress on a daily basis. On a daily basis. You need to tell them, Tata, bye bye. Because they come with a dirty overall, and if somebody come with a creased overall, and you got your Nirali got a famous dress there, soaking. Nirali, let's forget washing machines for now. You know, those days we should soak our clothes, and then somebody come with a creased overall and put it in our clean soaked clothes. What will happen? Nirali, you know your party should come with grease. What you should do is grease clothes. All right? So you terminated his overall from your clothes, isn't? This is now your consciousness. You coming to satsang. You with the guru. Your consciousness is more 51% more on the pure side. And these people are coming with their consciousness in the same washing dish. What is the ultimate result of your consciousness going to be? Wasting your petrol coming to satsang. But you invite them and you tell them, listen, once upon a time my overall was greasy. Then I found one big washing machine. It's called a Shrimad in 28 Dunstable Crescent, Reservoir Hills. And the operator of the washing machine is called Acharya Shyam Ramanuj. And he put me in this washing machine and I spun and I'm still spinning. If you want to continue your relationship with me, you have to come to this washing machine. If you want to continue your relationship with me, you have to come into this washing machine. Or else I'll only meet you at weddings and I think it's the right thing. Because all the washing the guru does, you go with a mad connection, then Monday morning you start suffering. Yes or no? Yeah. So you have to cleanse your consciousness, and this is why many of you have severe relationships after you came here. Yes or no? Hmm? Because you have to. Those people will not understand the pleasure you feel with your guru. Those people will not understand. You know, they say Guru brainwashed you. They say, show me your Belito house. Show me your Lamborghini. Show me your invisible husband and your invisible children. Why the Guru couldn't do all that for you? Isn't they say that? Yes or no, Trisha? Hmm? Don't duck behind Nirvasan, Trisha. Let Guru see your face. You spent over 2 hours doing that face up. Don't block it. Trisha and Nirali spend more time than the satsang every Sunday. And I'm talking even the eating time. Okay? Because this is the advice eventually that Lord Krishna is going to give Arjuna. Then I just want you to understand who Lord Krishna is. Lord Krishna is Lord Narayan. Lord Krishna is Lord Narayan. And this is why I want scientists. Remember, most of the greatest scientists to the greatest discoveries in the previous life, there were Sanatan Dharmis. In the next life, they played the part of Western scientists to bridge material science to spiritual science of the Vedas. And this is why almost all of the greatest scientists have recommended the Bhagavad Gita. Do you know that? Most of the material scientists who made discoveries have alluded to the fact that they were assisted by the. If you take them back one lifetime, they would have been Brahmin Sanatan Dharmis who already had this knowledge, full knowledge. Then they became Western scientists with partial knowledge, and they brought that partial knowledge in, which interfaces with the spiritual scientists. If any religion had this information, that was connected to that specific religion, you think they'll be like you all here? What would they be doing? They'll be singing this around the world. Yet you all have the absolute truth. You all have the absolute truth. If you're doing a post and if you are stuck, can you contact me? Will I give you the right answer? Yes. So 4 paragraphs, everybody on a topic of your own. Anything. Anything. Religion went and stole land, stole gold, stole diamond. Many religions did that, yes or no? And they're still doing it today. And they're still promoting themselves as the greatest religion, yes or no? But here's the absolute truth. Yes, Sanatan Dharma. Yes, Sanatan Dharma can show you sentence by sentence, prove to you sentence by sentence the absolute truth of it being the cosmic constitution. And the reason people are converting us is because we are not taking that value. If you are born in Sanatan Dharma today, and if you don't take that opportunity and promote Sanatan Dharma, you wasted your life. Because to be born in Sanatan Dharma is a merit on its own. To be born in Sanatan Dharma is a merit on its own. If you say you're a Hindu and you're not promoting, and not any Hinduism, the correct Hinduism, the correct Sanatan Dharma, then you're going to be in a problem. Because when you close in your eyes, Yamaduta is going to be knocking right. And don't say Acharya, but you promised Vishnu Dutas will pick me up in an elephant and take me to. Yeah, you go to Yamraj, Ajit Bhai, and he'll say, whole life, you wanted a beautiful woman, you met your wife, you got married, you took your entire focus and placed it where? Here's a real case here. Where do you put your focus? Ajit Bhai? Yeah, right. Here's the answer. And what you did for your creator. What you did. How many people you thought who the creator is. How many people you stopped in the road and said, hey, you know? How many people you told about a beautiful bro? how you paraded your beautiful pro at weddings, birthday parties, engagements. Did you parade Lord Narayan anyway? Ajit Bhai? And then what you think Yamraj going to tell you? Did I give you that human body for a beautiful pro? Or did I give you that human body for liberation? And when I say Ajit Bhai, person I mean Neji too. Nirali and Trisha, you all are safe when it comes to this. Technically, you all are safe at the moment. You all agree? Technically, you all are safe. Huh? Sorry, Divaskar. You know, my eyes have many dimensions. I can only see makeup. I pick up makeup. Put your lipstick next to it, Divaskar. I'll be able to zoom in. So Arjuna had to, again, let's go back to Arjuna. Let's understand the perfection of our Creator. Who is Lord Krishna? Lord Shrimad Narayan, our Creator. Who doesn't want to kill his two gurus? Arjuna. Who is Arjuna? Nara and Narayan. Lord Narayan split himself in two. Lord Narayan split himself in two. He became Nara and he became Narayan. Krishna is Nara and no, Krishna is Narayan and Arjuna is Nara. But in reality, before the split, who is Arjuna? Lord Narayan. Who is Arjuna? Lord Narayan, for the benefit of mankind, became the guru and the disciple. Because when he became the disciple, Lord Narayan don't trust man. Avir, how many years you're a vegetarian? One. Lord Narayan doesn't trust. In year 3, you won't come back here with a chicken thigh in your stomach. So Lord Narayan don't trust anybody. He became the guru and the disciple. So every question by Arjuna is perfect and absolute because Lord Narayan is questioning himself, answering himself. Tell me mathematically what can be more perfect. Tell me mathematically and scientifically what can be more perfect. Show me any religion that can come 1/10,000th of this perfection. Are you understanding? All of you understanding that our Creator, for our benefit, created a manual where He asks the question on behalf of mankind. Our Creator asks the question on behalf of mankind. So you can't lie to the Creator, Jessica. Jessica, you can't lie to the Creator. He knows every emotion. Not that He's sitting in your soul, He knows every emotion. is he not proving that emotion through Arjuna? He knows if you are attached, what you'll feel for your own. He knows it. He, do you understand? Because we always say, God, only when things are right for you, you say, no, God. Then you do something wrong in the sight, Nirali. Swear someone in your mind and say, no, God doesn't know what's wrong. Nirali, great mind swearer. She battles in her mind. And then when the mind is loaded, it comes out through the mouth. She uploads the mind and shoots through the mouth. Isn't that it? See Naveen again. Such an honest, yeah. Where you had a more honest, yeah. Somebody else would have said, yes. His honesty made a sound, yeah. He's driving. Naveen, I showed Nirali last week how we went to Hammersdale, Rainbow Chicken, and one spade, square spade at a time, we dug the turf that's at the ashram now. That time ashram had no money. And to think of hiring a truck, four boys, Naveen, I can't remember. You brought two and I took two. You took Chris. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah. But I was telling Nirali that when you and I are gone, a lot of us, we have to go. Nirali can come and cry there by the lawn. Come cry here by the seat, then go cry there by the lawn. And Naveen, I give you a guarantee. Between the Saturday Seva, Nirali will take over the lawn. Not now, after you're gone. She'll make sure she cut her father properly. And Nirali, do it when the father is still alive. So I want to say once more, Naveen has more than 9 lives. Because I can't give him 9 lives, Nirali don't like cats. So I had to give less or more. Naveen got more than 9 lives. And Nirali wants to know how great Acharya is. No, his balance sheet was covered first. His balance sheet was, he did his work first. Unassumingly. Nobody will know. That is why I am saying. Naveen did his work. Recently, he was not well. Recently, he had another accident. And then critical. But then his balance sheet to the ashram is always there. And when he's sick, his first thought is always ashram. For some reason, he calls it temple. But it's ashram. Even when he was in ICU, what he asked you, Nirali? Can you hear that? He was unconscious. He was on machines. The only word he said is the temple is very powerful. All right? And it's a two-way relationship. It is a two-way relationship. Whilst you got the energy, he was quite old when he was driving his truck. Many bluestone and mixed Amgeni came from Naveen. He should upload it. We should send vans up. Truck couldn't come down. He should walk down, have a cup of tea with the Guru. Although this was a free load and he need to load to make money, he spent his full time here. He never rushed to say, hey, I did one seva load, now I must go and cover up. And he never spoke about this anywhere. Guru is speaking. Guru is speaking. But Nirali, One day dad have to go. It won't be the failure of your dad. It won't be the failure of the guru. If I find your dad suffering, then I rather he stop suffering than for Nirali's sake suffer. Because many people become selfish and guru won't work with that selfishness. My job is to make sure dad lives with a smile on his face. Okay? So when the time comes, don't go bang your chest in that whole, what unit you stage? 13. Run up and down unit 13 like a witch, banging your chest. Hey, the Sri Narayan, come, never save my father. I'll never believe in Lord Narayan again. I'll never believe. How many funerals we went? Hmm? Remember, dad is a soul. It's not this body that you are attached. This body have to go. Focus on the soul. What a great man your dad was. Focus on the soul of the greatness of your dad. He wasn't a lecturer at university. But if you focus on his character, there's very few university lecturers will touch him on his spiritual basis that he lived his life. Very few. All right? So look at those things and celebrate your life with your dad. And be proud of him. And be a proud daughter of your dad. That was simple, that was humble, but he was powerful in his character. He was powerful in his character. Did he not want to cut out the tongue of his own cousin that spoke ill of the Guru? Physically, did he not want to do that? Yeah, his line was right. Unassuming, quietly sitting one side, not minding anyone's business, but he was in the system with his soul. With his soul. All right? His qualification is Vaikunth. His qualification is Vaikunth. Don't be selfish. Enjoy your dad as you got it. No more scolding him, no more fighting with him. All right? Naveen, when you had your last shot? Okay, that's very good for shots. Nirali just bluffed him. He had his shot 5 minutes ago because he can't remember. Next 2 or 3 years, you can bluff him one way. He had his last, then the shots will be out. And Naveen, if you can't remember, then you don't have to have a shot because we have shots to kill the memory. You already killed it without a shot. And Nirali, see how much education you can get from that. Show me now which lecturer can teach, which PhD can give you this information. Okay? So going back, God is the guru and God is the disciple. And Arjuna, the disciple who is Lord Shrimad Narayan himself, is asking himself how he can take up arrows against his own teachers. And next week, he will answer himself. Remember, if you listen to me properly, I'm saying the question is absolute, the answer is absolute, both come from the absolute. And if you follow the Bhagavad Gita, then you become absolute. Don't you? Can you see the importance of the Bhagavad Gita? Can you see the importance of the Bhagavad Gita? Can you see the significance of the Bhagavad Gita? Who can refute one sentence in the Bhagavad Gita? There are no contradictions in the Bhagavad Gita. There are no contradictions in the Bhagavad Gita. From verse 1, chapter 1, to the last verse in chapter 18, there are no contradictions in the original Bhagavad Gita that was spoken and extracted from the Mahabharata. The only contradiction that I'm fighting is on the commentary in the Bhagavad Gita. Only contradiction is the different commentators. All right? So if an ordinary human being, see, like we got the Madlanga Commission, and you want to know what's happening in the commission, and the commission sits for 8 hours a day. Have you got 8 hours to sit, Jessica, and watch the whole commission? So what will you do? You'll go to these podcasters, because there's two good podcasters that I will tell you to listen to, is SMWX and Mighty Jamie. These are young podcasters, well researched, and they give you the real. They give you the Madlanga Commission as it. Right? Again, they give you the Madlanga Commission inquiry and any other news that you like to hear as it is. So you don't have time. And these verses are difficult to understand if you are in Tamogun, very difficult to understand in Tamogun, very difficult to understand if you tinged with Tamogun and Rajogun, very difficult to understand if you are in Rajogun, but you can understand a bit if you are tinged with Rajogun and Satagun. For these reasons, you need these verses to be explained to you, like the podcasters, how they explain Ramaphosa's review and his interdict and everything. They go beyond that. When you say Ramaphosa interdicted the parliamentary committee, they'll go beyond that. They'll tell you what the interdict is, they'll tell you what the constitutional court said. So similarly, a bona fide spiritual master will do what I just did on verse 2. Chapter 2, verse 4, what I did today. Did I not take you to its extreme? Did I not bring it to today? What's happening today? Did you understand it properly? Did you understand it properly? Did I contradict anything? Because I gave you the exposition of verse 4 through the eyes of Lord Narayan, through the lens of Lord Narayan. And I gave you the exposition of verse 4 through the lens of Arjuna. I never give it to Acharya Shyam Ramanuj's lens. And as long as I don't give you the Bhagavad Gita from my lens, the Bhagavad Gita that you are getting is absolute. I must give you the Bhagavad Gita through the lens of Arjuna, through the lens of Sri Krishna, then you get in it through the lens of the Supreme Lord. And the only Bhagavad Gita in the world that's given you through the lens of Lord Srimad Narayan, Lord Krishna in his avatar, is the Bhagavad Gita from Lord Sri Ramanuja, because Ramanuja never used his own lens. Acharya Shyam Ramanuj is not using his own lens. And you can only get the truth from the actual person in the context in which the actual person spoke. And this is what happens in humanity. What color outfit am I wearing today? If you tell 1,000 people what color it will become by the 1,000th person, do you understand? So currently today, the only Bhagavad Gita that is 100% authentic is the Gita Bhasya by Lord Sri Ramanuja. Anyone can take me on this, and I can spend any amount of time proving this truth. All other Bhagavad Gitas are seen through human eyes. This Bhagavad Gita is spoken and seen through the Creator's eyes. And that's where we end our discourse. But I also want to place on record, when is the next Ashram Seva? Next week, Saturday. Every family go to a hardware store and buy 10 sacks. I'm keeping a hose pipe in the back for the washing. You're going to be black. Your job is to clean the fire. Pack up all the ash in bags. Marlene, I would have only excused you if you was pregnant. Now, as Sherwin says, baby came out. Myself, Mataji, Marlene, will take care of all the children that's there. That's our seva. I don't want the children to get dirty. So 10 sacks. We'll separate the ash. I want to use the ash for the garden. And we'll video how nice you'll clean the ashram. Alright? And once it's clean, then I won't ever be cutting the grass, irradiating the grass, and you got a relationship. Alright? And my boys won't be tending the garden anymore. And this is part of Sanatan Dharma. The excuse is cleaning. The reality is, if you take an iron and place it in the fire, there comes a point when the quality of the iron and the quality of the fire is the same. Similarly, we use these excuses to bring you to this premises, which is in Suddha Sattva consciousness, and the longer you spend here, what happens to your consciousness? So, if it is in your interest to bring your wife as long as possible and dump her in this Suddha Sattva state, so that you will be at peace at home. You don't have to give any instructions, you don't have to say anything, Shawan. Just by soaking her in the spiritual jig, you'll see the frequency in the mouth will get lower and lower and lower. Ask Abir. Jai Srimad Narayan. Tell Shawan why you gave up me.